Hey guys, Paul Shire, JoBlo.com here at Cinemacon 2018 in Las Vegas, and just got out of the Warner Brothers presentation. I've already done the DC video, so you can check that out here on the channel or on JoBlo.com. Get all the details there for the superhero stuff. Here I'm going to talk about a couple films that I thought looked interesting. There's obviously a big slate that Warner Brothers has coming out in the next year, but these are the ones that I thought looked coolest, or we haven't seen anything for them yet. First up, Mowgli. I know it seems, I've always felt like, why, how are there two Jungle Book movies so close together? Now, it's based on the Rudyard Kipling book, so I guess you could argue that, well, you could do whatever take you wanted to do on it, but I kind of feel like Jon Favreau's live-action version is kind of, I guess, the perfect version, maybe? At least maybe it's the perfect adaptation of the cartoon. This is an adaptation of the book, so Andy Serkis has obviously taken his own license with how he wants to handle this material, and they're definitely playing up the darker aspect. So they want it to be, they're embracing the darkness, essentially. It's definitely not like, I wouldn't call this family friendly at all. That doesn't mean it's like blood and gore. It's not like 300 style, you know, heads getting lopped off, or, you know, children being eaten by animals, but it doesn't look like, oh, hey, let's take the family out to go see Mowgli. It's more like, we're going to go see Mowgli. We're going to learn some life lessons about how to survive in the wilderness. What's going to happen to you. You'll do your homework. Take note, parents. Anyways, it does look rather dark. Mowgli's all dirtied up. He's got much longer hair, kind of feral a little bit. And the animals, while they look real, they're not like, you know, that hyper-realism that we saw in Favreau's film. So it's definitely a more cartoonish, I want to say, maybe that's the right word, but they look more ferocious at the same time. So they look real, but still embracing the fact that, hey, these are animals talking. We also know that Serkis is doing a lot of the mocap work on this, of course. So the other thing we saw that I thought was interesting, and we haven't seen anything for yet, was A Star is Born. Now, if you're familiar with the A Star is Born story, it's been retold like 4 or 5 times. I think the last time was with Chris Christopherson. Anyways, this is Bradley Cooper's version. Bradley Cooper is actually directing and starring, and of course has Lady Gaga in it as the star in question. His performance looks to be something that, I'm not going to sit here and throw out Oscar-worthy, that kind of shit. It's way too soon to tell for that. But he's putting in a performance here. This isn't Bradley Cooper being Bradley Cooper. It's definitely not Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon. And Lady Gaga actually looks like really great in this. Like, again, it's too soon to say. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my god, she's going to break all the records. Everybody's going to love Lady Gaga. She's going to win Oscars and shit. Maybe she will. Maybe. It could be. But ultimately, she's selling it. I buy it. I buy the reality. She's not making like a big hype thing like, I am Lady Gaga. And this is, you know, that says something because that is what she does. Everybody knows who Lady Gaga is at this point. So it does look good. It looks like an entertaining update on that story. Whether or not it holds the same power or oomph of the previous iterations is unknown, but it looks good. And again, the trailer is very finished, so I'm pretty sure it'll be online soon, so you guys can see for yourself and, you know, see if a star really is born. We don't know. Okay, the last thing we saw was Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Why do these titles, they're so long? Why can't we just say Fantastic Beasts 2? This is stressing me out, man. Like, it's a mouthful. That's like a lot of shit you got to remember to say. It's getting ridiculous. We could bring back the numbers. It's fine. Like Deadpool 2. It's Deadpool 2. It's not Deadpool. Dead and loving it. That would be good. Anyways, for those of you that are, you know, the Wizarding World crazy fanatics and all that other stuff, we saw a new trailer. It was much longer, a little more in-depth, and we saw what I think was pretty interesting is we see Newt as a teenager at Hogwarts, and we see him in the, I forget the name of the, you gotta forgive me, I don't know all my magic stuff, but the thing that has the closet thing that brings out your worst fears. I can't remember the name of it. You guys know. You're saying it right now while you're watching this video. Like, you should know, motherfucker. I don't. But anyways, I should. I've read the books like twice. But anyways, we see Newt Scamander as a teen using his wand on that. And what he conjures, his worst fear, is a desk with a typewriter. And his, you know, he states, he's like, you know, Dumbledore is there as Jude Law as his teacher. And he's like, you know, this is a weird thing to conjure. Like, what, you know, what is your fear here? And he's like, well, my fear is being trapped working at a desk. So that is Newt Scamander's worst fear, and then he does the ridiculous charm and poofs it away. Aside from that, we saw Johnny Depp, and Johnny Depp looks, I know there's a lot of complaints about him being Grindelwald. I think he looks really good as a villain, and they show him like using his magic in this a little more, which is really cool, and it's It's like that confident, dark use of the magic. You know, you can tell he's got like kind of a malevolent way of using it, which I thought was really cool. The last thing that we saw for Fantastic Beasts, which was really cool, was I can't remember Dan Fogelman's character, or Dan Fogel, one of them, Fogelman. The editor will put his name like right here, where it'll be correct. This guy, there's a scene where he is at a location somewhere, and there's like this really like super old dude that like looks like kind of scary old. You know, like that scare where you're like, dude, is this a wax sculpture? Anyways, he's alive, and he shakes his hand and he introduces himself as Nicholas Flamel. So I know you wizarding folks know what that is. It's a very important thing. And he basically says that he's immortal and he's like 300 some odd years old. So there you go. This is all in the trailer, by the way, so don't start yelling at me about spoilers. It's in the trailer. So there. When that trailer comes out, I don't know. Again, it is a finished trailer. It looks finished, so it will probably be online soon, I would guess. Again, I can't confirm that. I'm just assuming because it looks finished. And they showed it to us. So we'll see if they make it special for us or not. I don't know. Anyways, that's it. There's other stuff shown for WB. We're not going to dive into that because it's pretty basic stuff, and we've already seen trailers for it. And, you know, but that was the new stuff. That was the cool stuff. That was the hip stuff. And that's it for that stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. We do have some more Cinemacon coverage coming your way. So just keep your eyes here. See you at the movies on the YouTube website. That's not. It makes no sense.